My copycat cousin tried to steal my pregnancy joy by announcing her engagement, but it backfired. So I have this cousin, let's call her Marissa. Growing up, she copied everything I did. If I got into dance, suddenly she was a ballerina. I dyed my hair blue and purple in high school. She dyed hers the exact same colors the next week. I got into a specific college program. Guess who suddenly had a lifelong dream of studying the same thing? It's been like this for decades. Annoying, but tolerable, because I always figured she'd eventually grow out of it. Spoiler, she didn't. My husband and I have been trying for a baby for years. We've gone through fertility treatments, endless doctor's appointments, heartbreak after heartbreak. When I finally found out I was pregnant, I was over the moon. We decided to wait until the 13-week mark, then planned a big family dinner to share the news. Everyone was thrilled. My parents cried, my in-laws hugged me like I'd just won the lottery, and even extended family was genuinely happy for us. For once, it felt like the spotlight was on something that truly mattered to me. Well, fast forward 2 weeks, and Marissa wants to throw a dinner party to share some big news. She invites the whole family to her dinner. She stands up in the middle of the meal, dramatically holds her boyfriend's hand, and announces they're engaged and she's pregnant while rubbing her stomach. You could practically hear the record scratch. The room went dead silent, and everyone just stared at her like she had two heads. Her boyfriend is unemployed, has a reputation for being kind of sketchy, and has only shown up to 2 family events before this. So an engagement plus pregnancy after 4 weeks of dating was not on anyone's bingo card. She was clearly expecting applause, tears, and the same warm reaction I got. Instead, my aunt just goes, "Oh, well, that was fast, but congratulations, honey." My grandma asked if she was sure. My dad mumbled something about hoping they were ready for the responsibility. Marissa's face fell. She tried to force the excitement, talking about baby names and wedding dates, but it was so painfully awkward. People politely nodded, but the room never warmed up. Compare that to my announcement. People had been hugging me, crying, beaming for hours. Later, I overheard my mom and her sister whispering in the kitchen about Marissa. My daughter is having a shotgun wedding, and she expects me to be happy about it. This is insane. She barely knows that boy out there. This is not how I wanted to give my daughter away. My aunt's voice started to crack at the end. My eldest cousin straight up told me, "I always thought it was weird how she copied everything you did. Sure, hair color was one thing, but a baby and a wedding? Yikes. Good luck to the kid, they're going to need it." The real kicker came when she called me crying about how I'm ruining the best time in her life. I asked her what she was talking about. Turns out my mom, my aunt, and our grandmother were planning on throwing me a surprise baby shower. I asked her how that was my fault. She told me that when she found out that they were throwing a baby shower, she asked when hers would be. My grandma told her that because she's having a wedding so soon. She should focus on the wedding and the baby shower can be held after since the due dates are so close. She had a complete meltdown claiming they were favoring me and my baby over hers. At that point, I couldn't help but laugh at her, and she started screaming over the phone that I was being cruel and bitter. So I finally spoke up for myself and told her that if she wasn't so busy copying my entire life, then maybe we all would genuinely celebrate her instead of seeing this whole thing as pathetic. She continued raging, so I hung up on her and went about my day. Now, a few weeks out, everyone is still checking in on me and my pregnancy, but no one really talks about Marissa's big news. Last I heard, her and her fiancé might not even have a ceremony. They may go down to the courthouse and get it over with. I want to feel sorry for her, but after a lifetime of being my copycat, she finally picked the worst possible thing to copy, and it blew up in her face.